Swordfish last coming to the turn, racing down towards the 500 point, and Foley clear, 2 in front of Wazovic. Another length over on the inside is Go Robbo. Came on the outside, Wingara start of 4th. Le Poet behind them, Heroic Lord Wide, Midnight Madness, High Carathie, Swordfish, Regal Meadow. Foley 3 in front, he shakes up. Wazovic, it's having trouble picking up the leader. Foley, plain sailing, 200 a run. They're not going to get it. Foley is going very, very easily, and Letzi sitting quietly, hands and heels, doesn't have to use the whip. Foley bolts in. 4 lengths to Wazovic's 3rd place in Go Robbo, a big run. High Carathie, Midnight Madness, Wingara Star didn't go on. Then a gap to Swordfish, Heroic Lord, Le Poet and Regal Meadow.
Numbers will be 1, 5 and 3 there, and a very easy win to the top weight. Foley, as you can see. It's won by Panels of Fencing. Wazovic 2nd and Go Robbo 3rd. 1, 5, 3 as called by Papsy in race 5, the National Trust Handicap at Cheltenham. Now the Georgetown Cup is the 6th event there. Only a small field over 1,000 metres at 5 to 4 Victorian time. 8 running. Let's check the approximates. Lord Galaxy number 1 is open 5.90 and 2.60. Mighty Seymour 9.
Light about to come on. Signal given. Ready to go at the Valley, and they're racing. They came out in a fair line. After the start, Sirius getting back a little. Top innings has begun well, so has Adam's Mate, and away quickly Melody Hit, but out wide. Dashing Record going up towards the lead, and getting up on the fence is Peaceful Prince, and going through a Square Deal. Square Deal just led Adam's Mate. Out 3 deep is Dashing Record. A length further back now, Peaceful Prince from Top innings away from the rail. Then Melody Hit, a length and a half. Sirius a half to Well Ben. 2 lengths further back, Burning Prince, and a gap then in the field. Blanc Cheval, Bronx Bomber, single shot, last of all Royal Title. 700 metres to go. On the inside here, Square Deal ahead in front of Adam's Mate. Now the favourite, Top innings, pulled to the outside, running on. Then further back, Dashing Record from Sirius. Back on the fence there, Peaceful Prince, and a gap in the field, Burning Prince, Well Ben and Bronx Bomber. On the turn, Adam's Mate took the lead. Top innings coming at it quickly on the outside. They've got away from Square Deal, and then Sirius, and further back, getting a late run as Peaceful Prince. Top innings race to the front though on the turn. Top innings kicked a length and a half. Adam's Mate, Peaceful Prince, then further back Sirius, but Top innings went for home with about 150 to go. He's in front of Peaceful Prince. Melody Hit starting to fly down the outside. Melody Hit coming all over the top of the leader. Top innings and Melody Hit all very tight. Melody Hit has flashed at Top innings on the line. They've had it locked together and wide apart. Peaceful Prince or Sirius for 3rd. Then further back in the field came Adam's Mate, followed by Well Ben, Blanc Cheval. Wider out is Burning Prince, and they're followed by Bronx Bomber. At the head of the other, Square Deal from Royal Title, single shot, or one tailed off as Dashing Record. Oh, great go this. This is flashed down the outside after Top innings had kicked to the front from Adam's Mate. It's being hailed the winner, Top innings, with the grey. Melody Hit has come with a great run, and Didymat to throw everything at Top innings. Melody Hit has finished at a terrific rate on the outside, and the judge calling on the photo. I think the way the grey's finished on the outside, he'll get up and get this. Judge calling on the photo. I fancy the grey on the outside, Melody Hit, if any, over Top innings, and possibly Peaceful Prince in 3rd placing, but he's finished at such a terrific rate. Melody Hit out wide on the track after Top innings looked certain to win after he'd beaten off Adam's Mate. And number 1's got it out wide. Number 1, Melody Hit in the last bound. Number 1, Melody Hit, ridden by Jamie Anstis, has grabbed Top innings number 2, ridden by John Diddam. I don't know whether young Diddam might have been caught napping a little. He had the horse going pretty well, hands and heels, but just occurred to me about 100 metres from home that he all of a sudden started to pull the whip and had to ride very, very vigorously. Obviously the horse wasn't fighting much, Top innings.
In the 7th event, the winner Melody Hit, $2.10 and 90 cents. Top innings 2nd 85, 3rd Peaceful Prince $1.55. Cornella paid $3.35, trifecta $39.85, and the running double $9.45. Now, with the protest dismissed in Sydney on the Champagne Stakes, the winner Full and By number 2, $2.25 and 75 cents. 7 Paris Weekend $1.20, 6 Comely Girl $50, Quinella $17.55, trifecta $44.50. And Adelaide race number 5, the winner number 1 Fodley $1.10 and 50, 5 Wazovic 90, 3 Go Robbo $1.60. Quinella was $2.30 and the trifecta $32.65. So there you have the results from all around Australia, Moonee Valley, Sydney and Adelaide. And Sword and Lad, let's go to Sydney, we'll check them later.
And still 5s on the win, money back. the place Bozam as they jump away. And Bozam away pretty well. That's he on the extreme outside as they turn the corner the first time, where Century City and Hit Again Benny just leading from Bozam, and then Mr. Bunnythorpe, Sea Epic, followed by Class War. A break of a couple of lengths to Double Connection, Zama Kima, Palace Revolt second last, Absolute being the Sicilian Star. Down to the 100 metres they come, and Hit Again Benny on the inside, and Bozam with Hit Again Benny 3/4 to a length on Bozam. Marshall well up in the irons on the favourite. Third, Century City, Mr. Bunnythorpe on the inner. Back racing fifth is Sea Epic from Double Connection, then Class War, Palace Revolt, Zama Kima, and back at the rear of the field being the Sicilian Star. Over the Supergrass crossing at the 2,000 metres, and Hit Again Benny's rider decides to let the chestnut have rain as they go to the back of the course. Hit Again Benny, young Craig Rickson aboard, opens up a gap of 5 lengths now on Century City. Bozam on the inside, another 5, Mr. Bunnythorpe, then Class War on the outside, Double Connection the rails from Sea Epic, and then Palace Revolt, Sicilian Star, and back last Zama Kima. To the next crossing, going over same at the 1,600 metres in the St. Ledger. Hit Again Benny's only a length and 3/4 to 2 on Century City. Bozam coasting on the rails, then 2 lengths to Class War, followed by Sea Epic making some ground on the fence. Double Connection, then Palace Revolt, Zama Kima, the New Zealander shuffle back to second last, Mr. Bunnythorpe, and a length to Sicilian Star. Going down the back, and Hit Again Benny being tackled for the lead now by Palace Revolt, and they've pocketed Bozam on the inside of Century City. Zama Kima from the tail's gone up wide out, and then Double Connection, Sea Epic, Mr. Bunnythorpe, Sicilian Star, and the roughie last is Class War. Going on to the next bend in the St. Ledger at the 1,100 metres, and Hit Again Benny leads the way, but he's only narrowly clear. Now Bozam is running third, and he's away from the rails now, and he's absolutely jogging behind the lead as they come to the side of the track, where Hit Again Benny almost joined by Zama Kima, 2 lengths to Bozam, 2 Palace Revolt, Double Connection, Sicilian Star, Sea Epic, a stable mate of the favourite, dropping out of it. So too Century City, Mr. Bunnythorpe, and Class War will finish 100 metres away from the second last horse. Up to the bend, 550 metres to go. Marshall had a quick peep to the left side on Bozam, and he gradually eases the colt around Hit Again Benny and Zama Kima, with Zama Kima leading narrowly. But around the turn they come now, and Bozam quickly coasted up. He had another look, Marshall, and another, and Bozam 2.5 lengths. Palace Revolt going to second, then Zama Kima followed by Sicilian Star, but the champion colt Bozam will win this by a minute. Daylight second, Palace Revolt is a clear second, then Sicilian Star, but by golly, this is the easiest $68,000 connections of a racehorse will ever pick up. Bozam wins the St. Ledger about 9 lengths to Palace Revolt. Third home was Sicilian Star, then Zama Kima followed by Hit Again Benny, and then came Double Connection, Sea Epic, Mr. Bunnythorpe, followed by Century City, at 125 metres last from the second last horse too, and that was Class War.
Well, there he is going to the line. What a champion he is. Number 3, Bozam, and I think I'd be relatively safe in saying that that was a pretty easy win. Absolutely canted in number 3, Bozam, defeating number 9, Palace Revolt, and 7, Sicilian Star. There he is going to the line, 3, 9 and 7, and here's Bozam. Didn't even release the brakes on him at any stage, and just letting him stride to the line. And at the top of the straight, he was level with them, and he's put probably 8 to 10 lengths between himself and the opposition as we see him run inside the 200 metre mark there. What a mighty animal he is, and $68,000 to the connections of Bozam, and that was a pretty easy way to earn 68 grand. Bozam the winner, second placing going to Palace Revolt, and third Sicilian Star, 3, 9 and 7 as we watch again Bozam going to the line and topping the $2 million in stake money. Now to Adelaide, and we'll check on the others in a moment.
An early position is coming across with Lord Galaxy. Bold Game speeds through on the inside to be the leader. Purple Rain right on their hammer. Artmaster was there too. Lord Galaxy with them. Getting back in the field, Snow Gypsy and No Warranty last of all. Down the side they race and going to pass the 700 metre point. Bold Game, Mighty Seymour joint leaders. In behind those next, Purple Rain with Artmaster joining it. 1.5 to 2 away, Lord Galaxy. Going up on the inside of San Juan Amigo. Snow Gypsy joins in, and 6 lengths away then came the maiden No Warranty. They swing into the straight now, and here the leaders are Bold Game and Mighty Seymour. Purple Rain just behind them, revving up. Artmaster to the outside. He's gone for the whip on Mighty Seymour. Lord Galaxy, San Juan Amigo and Snow Gypsy's getting home late on the rail. Bold Game clear. Mighty Seymour's not going to run a drum. Purple Rain gets to second. Snow Gypsy's coming quickly. Bold Game in front. Bold Game hangs on, wins it by about a length and a quarter. Two Purple Rain ahead away third, Snow Gypsy. Further back, Lord Galaxy, Artmaster, Mighty Seymour, a very ordinary run. Further back in the field, San Juan Amigo and No Warranty always at the tail.
Numbers there, 4, 5 and 7. Bold Game, the winner. Purple Rain second. Third placing to Snow Gypsy, 4, 5, 7, as called by Ron Paps on race 6, the Georgetown Cup at Cheltenham in South Australia. Now, the 7-2, the St Ledger in Sydney, where Bozam number 3 paid 55 and 50, approaching its right odds. 9 Palace Revolt 125, Sicilian Star number 7 550, Quinella 265, Trifecta 73.70. Whilst in Adelaide, Bold Game number 4 paid 275 and 95, Purple Rain $1.25, Snow Gypsy $2.20, Quinella 10.40, Trifecta $154 even. Well, we can see a welcome sight out there at Moonee Valley. There it is, Darren Gauci. The Gaucher's back. Side.
Gauci on Scarvilla, the inside. They're racing now. Scarvilla jumped away quickly with Seeger showing speed. All Spades began well with Educate. Further out in the track here, Agent Provocative and Sword and Lad. Jewel Planet from the outside. There's about 5 or 6 across the track as they try and sort themselves out for the lead. Sword and Lad is going to lead up on the outside of Seeger when they settle and run to the turn of the 1300. Seeger the inside, a half to Sword and Lad, Agent Provocative. All Spades over on the inside, tucked away fourth. Outside a bit wide, Jewel Planet from Educate. Scarvilla shuffle back. Raw Scepter out 3 deep, and then Winter, Red Opaque, and further back to the last 2, which are Greatness, and last of all is Alternate. At the 950 metre mark on the outside here, it's Sword and Lad about a neck in front, but Seeger's back on the rail. Jewel Planet 4 deep and 3 out as Agent Provocative. A length and a half to All Spades, a half Educate, and then further back Winter. Scarvilla on the fence. Raw Scepter's always been out 3 deep. 2 lengths further back is Greatness around Alternate, and Red Opaque got back to the tail. Wide out here, Jewel Planet went to the front of the 700 metre mark, a length Educate. Seeger under pressure from Sword and Lad. Greatness pulled out wide and further back in the field, then All Spades trying to get a run. Raw Scepter off the track and further back, then Agent Provocative. Scarvilla got back to the tail of the field with Winter. At the 450 now, the leader Jewel Planet and Seeger on the inside. Coming at them, All Spades gets out, running home quickly. Then further back, Educate, followed by on the outside, Alternate from a long way back. All Spades went up to Seeger when they turned. All Spades a neck in front of Seeger. They kick away from Jewel Planet. Then Scarvilla, Gauci getting up along the inside, but All Spades in front with 200 to go. Got clear from Seeger. Scarvilla getting home late, but All Spades is going to break through today, and All Spades will get the money, a length and a half to Scarvilla. Third Seeger, fourth Alternate, and then Educate, Red Opaque. Jewel Planet further back, then Sword and Lad. Agent Provocative, Winter. Raw Scepter, a shocker, second last, and last of all is Greatness. Wayne Treloar, the winning rider on number 3, All Spades. At the box seat, the run of the race. It's too good for them here today. Number 3, All Spades, ridden by W. Treloar, the winner. Number 2, second, Scarvilla, to push back at the 650 metre mark to near last. Good run to run second. The judge calling on the photo for third. It'll go to Seeger. But a good run by Seeger, who's taken on for the lead by Sword and Lad. He looked 1,000,000 to 1 of even running into the place when they raced by him at the 500 metre mark, but you'll find he'll get third Seeger and the photo ahead of Alternate, which has come from the back of the field also.
It's paying $2.75 for the win and 90 cents for the place. Scarvilla second paid $1.30 and Seeger paid $1.25. The Quinella was $8.10, Trifecta $110.60, and the running double paid $8.25. The daily double this afternoon on 3 Gallipoli Prince and 3 All Spades paid $13.35. No sub required in the first leg, and the second leg sub was number 8 Royal Scepter. The quadrella this afternoon playing on the combination of 2 Sister Shirley, 3 Gallipoli Prince, 1 Melody Hit, and 3 All Spades. Quite a popular $164.45 for the combination of 2, 3, 1 and 3. Okay, and Sydney coming up at 4:20. Let's have a look now, and they've just jumped. Here's Ian Craig.
Not a bad break either, and Count Henri, one of the best to begin from Boot Hill and High Spy. Massacre Khan going up to join them. Then Noble and Proud and Solar Ray, followed by Vain Royale, and then Toyama Prince on the inside. Zamid showing a bit of speed, and further back in the field comes, at that stage, Boasting. He's a little worse than midfield as they sort themselves out. McGeating going around them, and as far as the other well-tried runner, Petrero, is concerned, he starts starting to make ground. At the 700, Vain Royale, Solar Ray and Massacre Khan go together from Count Henri, Toyama Prince and then Petrero and McGeating, followed by Set the Standard and High Spy and then boasting further back Final Scene and Zarmut, Whiskey George all the more. Zone second last and forget about Noble and Proud. Around the corner, the speedy Vain Royale leads narrowly from Solar Ray, 3 deep Massacre Khan, and then follows Count Henri, followed by Petrero, and boasting not doing enough down to the 200, and Massacre Khan headed by Petrero, and Petrero kicked about a length now. Massacre Khan on the outside is Count Henri, but it's Petrero at the 100 metres holding his rivals. Whiskey George running greenly and flying down the outside, all too late. McGeating will get third, but Petrero untroubled and untouched in the run to the line. Petrero beat Whiskey George and McGeating, then Count Henri, Massacre Khan, Zone boasting, followed by Final Scene and Vain Royale, then Zarmut, Boot Hill, followed by Toyama Prince and all the more, then High Spy and Solar Ray, and last by one Set the Standard, tailed off Noble and Proud.
So there it is, race number 8 in Sydney this afternoon, and the numbers are 1, 9 and 14 as called by Ian. The winner number 1, Petrero, second placing to 9, Whiskey George, and third number 14, McGeating, 1, 9 and 14. The AJC St Leger Stakes this afternoon, and what a victory to Bozam, and yet again Johnny Marshall the winning rider. 3, 9 and 7, Bozam winning in an absolute hand canter, 55 cents for the win and 50 cents for the place. Second was Palace Revolt, 125. Third, Sicilian Star, $5.50. Cornello paid $2.65 and the trifecta $73.70. The 8th event in Sydney, of course, going to Petrero, and the numbers in race 8 were 1, 9 and 14. So that brings you up to date with...
Now, Battle Law comes up. TAB favourite, Wolver Action. The Moss Kingdom Handicap. Stand up pretty well. They're racing this time. Catch Lord a little slow out with Borichin. They're at the tail early. Shells no early speed, gets back, and so does Man the Phone and Camilla. On the other hand, Triple Tristram came out running, but caught wide, is going to go up on with it towards the lead. With it there was a Math, and also Hates a Drink is prominent in the early part, and so too was Zambrelic. Just in behind them, Rumour Queen. Wolver Action getting up on the inside of Gazette Girl. About a length further back to Battle Law, 1.5 further back Clisto Lady, then 2 lengths to Indian Feather, Borichin, Man the Phone, 3 deep now. A length away then to Shells, 2 lengths Camilla well back, and last of all a length away, now a length and a half to 2 off, is Catch Lord. They've strung out down the far side at the 1200 point, where Triple Tristram got across eventually to be the leader. From on the inside a Math, and on the outside Gilmore going up equal second now, and they're packing up again from behind. They're crowding up. Coming into it, Hates a Drink gets up on the rail, and then Wolver Action, Zambrelic, Gazette Girl, Battle Law. A length or 2 then to Rumour Queen. In the next pack with it was Borichin, and also down the side there, making a bit of headway, came Shells. In that group with them was Camilla, and further back Man the Phone, Catch Lord last of all, but he'd only be about 7 or 8 lengths off the lead, passing the 700 metre point now. Triple Tristram just the leader, and shows the way by about a neck. A Math off the rail goes after it. Coming into third spot, Wolver Action with a nicely timed run, followed by Hates a Drink, Battle Law pumping home. In that group, Gilmore but wide. Around the outside of the field there, Clisto Lady cuts loose from Zambrelic. Held up Borichin, nowhere to go, checking off the heels, and then Camilla. They crowd around the turn, but gee, it's been a keenly contested staying event, and Wolver Action, to the delight of favourite backers, kicked and got away at the 200. Found 3 lengths in 50 metres, shot away, and it looks to be as all over. Camilla's running home late, the stablemate. Shells out wide, and then came Battle Law, but Wolver Action, oh, he got his confidence booster last Saturday, all right, and this is a big win. Wins by 3.5, easing down from the stablemate Camilla. 3 then to Battle Law. They were followed by Shells and Zambrelic. A nice effort.
Right, we'll check the placings in Adelaide. They're just about set at Moonee Valley, so let's...
Pending an...
Lung removed after suffering a crushed chest. Well, inspired by...
Now, breathing space to come into line with Under a Cloud. They're the last two. Wolverton and Diamond, the favourite here from Taffeta Bow. They're the two in the market here. Wolverton and Diamond 145 and 80. Taffeta Bow 205 and 80. She's reasonable value, Taffeta Bow, considering a price on track. Now, breathing space going into line. Under a Cloud's about third pick in the market. Petite Jewel's one that was scratched from Adelaide today, number 11. It's about 10.50 for a Hayes and Clark horse. Pretty big odds. Now they're just about ready for the final event for the day. Lighters on in the last two. They're off and running, and they've broken a very good line too. One of the first out is the favourite, Wolverton Diamond out wide. A Liberty Slipper and Slick Jewel are going very fast up towards the lead. Petite Jewel, the leader in the centre from Liberty Slipper, State Token, and Wolverton Diamond caught a little wide. Cara's Magic further back from Taffeta Bow, and they're followed by Trimmer Star. Then came Quite a Rival, a Kona Valley over on the inside. Under a Cloud is very deep. Further back, Breathing Space, and last of all is Queen's Glove. Coming up with about 750 to go. Liberty Slipper 3/4 in front. Petite Jewel is up running second. Under a Cloud right off the track. Further out is Taffeta Bow. Wolverton Diamond 3 out, and behind them Cara's Magic. They're followed further back by Trimmer Star, pulled to the outside. Running up with about 500 metres to go. A line of 3. Taffeta Bow, Petite Jewel the centre, and on the inside Liberty Slipper. Wider out Wolverton Diamond coming at them, and Under a Cloud on the outside makes a line of 4. Here's a great go on the turn now. Petite Jewel, or squeezed out Taffeta Bow. It's Petite Jewel, Wolverton Diamond, and on the outside Under a Cloud, Petite Jewel on the inside, Wolverton Diamond, and Under a Cloud further out with about 150 to go. Wolverton Diamond moved up on the outside of Petite Jewel. Then Cara's Magic getting home late. It's Wolverton Diamond in front of Petite Jewel near the line, and Wolverton Diamond's won the last, and neck on the post Petite Jewel. Cara's Magic third, just ahead of Liberty Slipper. Then on the outside is Under a Cloud. A gap then in the field to State Token, making ground from a long way back Queen's Glove. Then further back a Kona Valley, Quite a Rival. Taffeta Bow squeezed out before the turn, has only beaten a couple in Breathing Space and Trimmer Star. Judge calling for the photo in the last for the day. Wolverton Diamond will get up and get it. Number 1, Wolverton Diamond will get the photo after Petite Jewel, Wolverton Diamond, Under a Cloud, Liberty Slipper. They're across the track coming to the home turn, but Wolverton Diamond getting to Petite Jewel with about 80 metres to go has come home too well and will gain the prize over Petite Jewel, and Cara's Magic will get up and get third. The favourite will get home here in the final event. There it is now, number 1, Wolverton Diamond, number 1. Wolverton Diamond, ridden by Simon Marshall first. 11 second, Petite Jewel. Very big odds second, and number 3, third, Cara's Magic, 1, 11 and 3.
Third paid $2.90. Quinella was $13.45, and the trifecta $453.10. Now, correct weights there on the last at Moonee Valley. White is right. As we check the result from the previous event in Adelaide, that's race 7. And the winner, Wolver Action, number 1, paid $1.20 and 65. 2, Camila, paid $1. And 5, Battle Law, $1. $3.65 the Quinella dividend, and the trifecta was $24 even. The approximate dividends now for Adelaide, race 8 on the card, and cents for the place. 11 Petite Jewel, $2.60. 3 Cara's Magic, $1.25. Quinella, $20.55. Trifecta, $342.45. And the running double on 3 and 1, the last double, all spades, and Wolverton Diamond paid $6.55. The official result of the last at Moonee Valley, we'll check on the quad extra dividend, hopefully bring that to you shortly, and we'll be back with our final comments on Grandstand in just a moment. Moonee Valley, 3 Oblation, 2 Sister Shirley, $14 even, the subs 2 and 1. The daily double this afternoon on 3 Gallipoli Prince and 3 All Spades, $13.35, subs not required, and Royal Sceptre. And the quadrilla, 2, 3, 1 and 3, Sister Shirley, Gallipoli Prince, Melody Hit, All Spades, $164.45. The quad extra dividend on 3, 1, 3 and 1, paid $95.05. 3, 1, 3 and 1, $95.05. So there you have a complete wrap-up of racing today at Moonee Valley.
Flotilla.
Quarter 1, bit shorter with boogies, so he'll probably come in. If you're backing him on the tote, expect him to firm a little. Nanya Tara, 8-1, more than twice that price with boogies, and I think that's good odds. Carlos at 16-1, a lot longer with boogies. Kapahula at 100-1. Comely Girl at 5-4 on the tote. A little bit shorter with boogies, not a lot shorter. Paris Weekend at 12s, Research at 9, Blue Pulse at 66, Adopt at 100-1, and Rising Strike at 100-1. Okay, I'll wait for the answer to that quiz, Johnny. Over to you.
Well, Ken, I found the list of previous winners in my race book, and I think you're right. Last year's winner, Sky Chase, was by Star Way. Bounding Away the previous year was by the Great Biscay. True Version the year before that was by Bletchingley. and then go back through winners like Lady Eclipse, I Like Diamonds, Rose of Kingston. None of those were by Vane. Neither was Palaban in 1980. So, Ken, that gets me back to Charity in 1979. I think you're right, and you are. Good on you. Charity, the 1979 winner of the Champagne Stakes, was sired by Vane, who also won the great race himself. Vane won the Golden Slipper of that year. Then he got beaten by a roughie in the Sires Produce Stakes, the middle pin of the Triple Crown. That roughie's name was Beau Babylon, but Vane bounced back to prove the form wrong by winning the Champagne Stakes a week or so later. But of course the Champagne in those days was over 1,200 metres. And Vane himself would have had trouble with a mile, although he did win at a mile later on, I think, as a 3-year-old. Now, there's a riderless horse out behind the line for the Moet a Chandon Champagne Stakes, and that riderless horse is Adopt. Nigel Tiley must be up on the side of the gate waiting for Adopt to go into line. Now, his Nanya Tara being led along, waiting on Full and By to come up, and also Blue Pulse. Let's have a look at the closing stages of race 6, run a short time ago at Moonee Valley in Melbourne.
Over on the outside is Lunch on Sunday. Staynay is back in the rails, followed by, at the head of the others, Little Eskimo, and well back to Highboard and Mr. Glamour as they turn for Homer, where it's Gallipoli Prince leading by a length on Taj Quillo. They've drawn well clear by 4 lengths to Daring John. Then Hello Melbourne under the whip, followed by Little Champ on the inside. But Gallipoli Prince has dashed away halfway down the straight. Taj Quillo is trying hard. He's making another effort. Gallipoli Prince is stopping a little, but he's still in front, close to home. Gallipoli Prince hard ridden, pushed out by Mitchell. And Gallipoli Prince won by a half length to Taj Quillo. 3 lengths away, third Daring John.
Champagne Stakes with Temple Front and Carlos a little bit slow to move at the start. The others came out in a nice even line, and it's Rising Strike out wide, going to the early lead over Paris Weekend, followed by Blue Pulse, Nanya Tara. Full and By is caught out very deep in the early stages, and Comely Girl settles down just behind the leading pack. At the head of the others then Carpahula, whose rider's lost his cap in the early stages, followed by Research and Adopt, and then Temple Front with Carlos dropping out to be last of all in the run to the first corner, and Rising Strike got away by a length and a half on Paris Weekend, a similar margin to Comely Girl in the box seat. 3/4 to Nanya Tara, then Full and By, followed by Research, Blue Pulse, Temple Front. Further back, Carpahula with Adopt, and Carlos 2 lengths away last as they go to the crossing at the 800 mark. And Rising Strike led the Champagne field, a length on Paris Weekend. Running third is Comely Girl on the inside of Nanya Tara, with Full and By striding along 3 deep. A length and a half to Research, followed by Temple Front, getting up on the inside, and then Blue Pulse, Carpahula, Adopt, and Carlos is last, but the field is packing up as they come to the 600 mark, and Rising Strike the leader. Paris Weekend is moving closer, followed by Nanya Tara. Full and By has to go 4 and 5 deep on the home turn, and Comely Girl is parked on the fence waiting for a run, and then Research and Blue Pulse, but over the rise, Rising Strike joined by Paris Weekend. Nanya Tara joining in with Full and By, and Comely Girl blocked for a run. She can't get a crack at them. Paris Weekend hit the lead at the 200 over Nanya Tara, Full and By, and Comely Girl is trying to squeeze through a narrow gap in the centre. Paris Weekend in front, Full and By grabbing it now. Full and By on the outside, and Paris Weekend, they hit the line, and Full and By got there. Full and By wins the Champagne from Paris Weekend on the fence, and Comely Girl in the centre, followed by Nanya Tara, Research, Temple Front, Rising Strike, Blue Pulse, Adopt, and Carlos, and Carpahula pulled up with the tail enders in the Champagne of 88. The winner, Full and By, rounds off an amazingly successful carnival for Bart Cummings and John Marshall. Full and By has won the Champagne Stakes, number 2, ridden by Johnny Marshall, to pay $2.50 and 75. He wanted to hang in about 50 metres out very noticeably, and I'll tell you what, it could have cost him the race. Marshall had to stop and pull him away from the other horses. Paris Weekend on the fence has lasted to get second in front of Comely Girl, Ken, who didn't get a lot of luck in the straight.
No, John, probably there'll be critics of Mick Titman's ride, but, well, he had to make a decision up at the half mile whether to push Cook out 3 deep and go up wide himself.